Hello friends, Ian Higton from Eurogamer here. You may remember that last year I was challenged by NVIDIA to go off and visit iconic gaming locations across Blighty while exploring their in-game counterparts on a Geforce RTX powered laptop. Having already established myself as king of the laptop people, I've decided to delegate this year's RTX laptop challenge to two of my colleagues. And this time things are a little bit different because they're each going to have to devise the most rugged and entertaining road test that they can think of, playing a selection of popular games in tricky locations. And I am going to pick the winner. So, let's meet the challengers.
Do you know what this is about?
No, I have no idea. Just Ian wanted to talk to us.
Ian Higton.
Yeah.
From Eurogamer.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Right, I'm here now. Shut up. Now, greetings, underlings. I, Ian Higton from Eurogamer, have issued you both with an RTX-powered laptop from ASUS.
Wait, what?
If you will, please check under your seats. Maddie, you have chosen the ASUS ROG Zephyrus G14, featuring an RTX 4070 laptop, GPU, and a gorgeous 3K OLED screen.
Oh, okay.
While Jim has gone for an RTX 4060-powered ASUS TUF Gaming A15 with an IPS anti-glare screen and a nice full-sized keyboard for his very large fingers. And your task is to road test them, like how I already said in the intro.
Okay.
I feel good about this.
You feel good about this?
I would have
Because yours is tiny.
Yeah, I could throw this on.
Yeah, exactly. Higton's told you to go climb a mountain with a laptop, and he's giving you the
easy.
light one. What was I supposed to... I mean, I love this. This is really nice. Don't get me wrong, but...
You made your choice, Jim.
I mean...
Nobody told you to sit there.
I feel like I'm at a massive disadvantage here. Like, massive being the operative word, actually.
Right, now the pair of you clear off the outside Xbox couch before Mike Channel catches you and he makes you do a list feature.
Well, I think I've got an idea. I'm gonna crack on. I know exactly what I'm doing.
What do you mean you know exactly what you're doing?
I know where I'm going. I'm off. I've got a plan. Everything will be fine, Jim.
I don't think they're listening to me. This is tremendously disrespectful of Ian Higton from Eurogamer.
Having projected enough confidence to rattle Jim, it was time to actually come up with some ideas. What is the most inhospitable environment you could possibly game in? An Uber driver with a penchant for Bananarama provided one answer. The fiery hot surface of Venus, perhaps? But seeing as how I don't have a spaceship handy, Brighton's infamous Pebble Beach on the hottest day of the year would have to do. Sitting down for a spot of Forza Horizon 5 on this lovely OLED screen, the Zephyrus G14 performed perfectly, its cooling system handling the extreme temperatures without any struggle. But to truly show off how rugged and portable this system is, I'll have to think of something a little less sedate.
Listen, I've not got time to... Wait a minute, are we all getting a voiceover then? Cool. Listen, I've not got time to sit sipping cocktails on the beach. There's only one way to show off the portability of a gaming laptop, and that is... a road trip. I drive a small Japanese hatchback because I'm a millennial. And this particular small Japanese hatchback is... well, it's crap. It's got a small 3-cylinder engine that does about 78 brake horsepower. It does 0 to 60 in about 8 weeks. It's made out of what feels like Fisher-Price plastic, and if anything breaks on it, you better get used to repairing it yourself, because Mitsubishi pulled out of the UK years ago. Now you might be sitting there thinking, why is this guy reviewing his own car when he's supposed to be talking about laptops? The point is this: I could get a more powerful car if I wanted to, but it would cost more to run. I could get a bigger, roomier car if I wanted to, but it'll be a bit of a pig to park. And it used to be that if you had a portable computer, you would have to sacrifice power. You had netbooks at one end that were good for, well, I mean, they weren't even that good for checking your emails, but, you know, that's what they were sold for. You had netbooks at one end, and you had at the other end what were called desktop replacements, which back in the day were just the most ridiculous laptops you could get. Sometimes they even had desktop components in them. You got about 25 minutes of battery out of them if you were lucky. My use case for this car is the motoring equivalent to checking your emails and doing a bit of web browsing, right? This is the netbook of cars. The two ASUS laptops we're talking about in this video, they're small, they're light, and they don't sacrifice any power to pull that off. They've broken the laws of physics. They're not analogous to cars anymore at all now. These days you can buy a laptop that's easy to park, has great fuel economy, but you can fit 9 kids in the back and a pilot a 2x4.
And this is helped in no small part by NVIDIA's DLSS 3.5, which reduces the performance burden of high-fidelity games with technologies such as super resolution, frame generation, and ray reconstruction, meaning essentially that supported games have a magic button that helps them look nicer and run faster. And the upshot for laptops is that they can do more work per precious watt of power than they ever could before. DLSS isn't really breaking the laws of physics, but it might as well be.
Seeing as how we're supposed to be road testing our laptops, not our cars, I remained strictly on foot as the local jungle gym provided the perfect venue to show off just how easy this 1.5 kilo miracle machine is to carry around. But to really show how versatile the G14 is, I would have to do something a little more spectacular.
So I have decided to go and play The Witcher 3 with RTX on in the most creepily Witcher 3 location I can think of. In the middle of a forest in Wales, in a wee hut, no running water, and I'm petrified because I hate the outdoors, and I hate the dark, and I hate being on my own. So all I've got is Geralt of Rivia to keep me company. I'm supposed to be testing laptops, but all I've done so far is review my own car. Ian Higton has ruined my life.
Where are you?
I think I'm somewhere near Newport.
Why are you in Newport?
I might have had an idea pop into my head that involves going to the actual edge of Britain. Are you still in Brighton?
Yeah, I went to the beach.
That's so adventurous. That's so out there. Exploring the wild pebble beach of Brighton and Hove.
Well, why on earth have you gone to Wales?
Wilderness and mountains and the Arthurian legend.
You're in a Starbucks.
Maddie is right, to be fair. I haven't exactly left civilization behind, but a cheeky shot of Dakar Desert Rally running on a laptop and a welcome break has, at least, proved that the TUF Gaming A15 is a great little machine for playing on the go. Even at a slightly heftier 2.2 kilos, it's perfect for stuffing into a backpack and slinging onto the back seat. With a fully charged battery and plenty of daylight left, I was more than ready for my night in the witchy woods of Wales. Except there had been a snag.
The thing is, I couldn't get that cabin for the dates I needed. So what I'm actually doing is I'm spending the night in a glamping hut in a really affluent bit of Wales called England, which is only about 15 miles from my house. But that's not the point, right? Because the principle's the same. All that's happened is I've just no done the drive. It's supposed to be about convenience, isn't it? Well, that's convenience for you. I've no bothered doing it and I'm still getting the results. Perfectly within the spirit of the challenge.
Little did Jim know that you don't need to go all the way to Wales to find mountains. Here I am playing a Plague Tale Requiem with RTX on up the side of a rock face. And I'm pretty sure that means I've got this in the bag. If you can't bring Maddie to the mountain, bring the mountain to Maddie.
Oi! No going past up the wall. Told you before. This is supposed to be my big Bear Grylls moment and I can't even find the lockbox for the Airbnb.
It's a wee bit like Witcher 3. You know, wherever you are in Witcher 3 you can see the... Hang on a minute, that's where I'm staying. Oh, it's right there. How did I get there?
Okay, so I'm not going to the dark Welsh woods to stay in a remote rundown shack. I'm going to a glamping pod that I found on Airbnb, but the principle is the same.
Which is exactly what I'll be saying to Higton when he starts picking holes in my presentation. It's a big, comfy bed right in the middle of nowhere. And look at that, that's what you wake up to in the morning. If I didn't have so much stuff, I would love to live here.
But before you think of just going on a wee jolly, there's no heating or running water here, there's no shops to buy a cup noodle, and there's no kettle anyway. The toilet is a tent in the woods.
I was totally expecting some kind of environmental storytelling thing where I open it up and there's like a skeleton there, Fallout style.
And I'll be cooking my own dinner on a portable gas stove while playing Vampire Survivors, which is less a test of the laptop's portability and more a test of my own dexterity, which I failed.
It occurs to me that I've not got any garlic, and so far in this round I've not got any garlic, so at least there's a bit of symmetry there.
But I still managed to play The Witcher 3 with RTX on and frame gen enabled on the edge of civilization in the most witchery location I could get to. How's that for total immersion?
I think this place is absolutely marvellous, and it feels very Witcher 3-like because, well, it does at the moment, because if you turn at a certain angle, the sun's just right in your face. And I don't know if you remember this, but when The Witcher 3 was really popular, every time someone took a screenshot of it, it was looking directly into the sun because they thought that was good composition.
After a day of adventure, the Zephyrus G14 happily puts in a shift as a desktop replacement too, plugged into the wall with its cozy 240 volts of mains power in this apartment with central heating and hot running water. I wonder how Jim's getting on.
Right, I know I need to just pull myself together about the fact that it's a bit dark out here. What was that? Was that a sheep going bah, or was it a guy shouting Requiem? It was a sheep going bah. Right, okay.
We've all seen the footage, and apparently I'm supposed to pick a winner out of all this half-baked rubbish. Now, Maddie, let's start with you. Now, from what I gather, you went to the beach, then you went to the park, and then you went to a leisure centre and you climbed like about 3 feet off the ground. I mean, where's the extreme in that?
Well, I mean, firstly, it's more than 3 feet. It's higher than I am, and I'm obviously taller than 3 feet. But I was simulating tests. I can't go to the surface of the sun, but I can sit on Brighton Beach when it's hot, and it's going to tell me it's pretty close. I was rock climbing, you know, like I can't. I was simulating situations, jungles, Alps, outer space, and I think I did a pretty good job doing all those things.
Okay, well, in a way, video games do simulate those kind of environments, so I'm inclined to let that
Jungles,
pass.
the Alps, and outer space. I think that is video games, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, I've never been to space in real life, but in video games, plenty of times.
Exactly.
So I think it deserves points for ingenuity at least.
What do you mean that's a maybe? I'm sorry.
Well, I haven't even got to you yet, Jim. At least Maddie had a little bit of variety. You were supposed to go off the grid, Jim, and from the footage I can see, it just looks like you've gone glamping. You've stayed in a rather gorgeous shed, you've eaten a steak, and then you went to sleep. Is that extreme gaming? Is that what you call extreme gaming, Jim? Because it looks like what you've done here is you've taken the SponCon money from NVIDIA and you've had a lovely holiday.
No, that's not actually the case at all. And I have to say as well, I was well outside my comfort zone there.
Explain.
All right. Well, you know, I wanted to go to like a remote cabin in the woods in like darkest Wales, the Arthurian sort of magic, and play The Witcher 3 in a very Witcher 3 environment, right? That was the plan. And I think I basically succeeded. On paper, I was in a shed, I was near some woods, which I had to do like the toilet in, which wasn't pleasant actually.
That's very Geralt of you.
Yeah, well, exactly, right? I made chicken fried steak while playing Vampire Survivors, which...
I've got a few kind of concerns here. One, you cooked a steak, Jim. That's like restaurant food. That's not roughing it food.
No, because it's a bit of an animal, isn't it? And had I had to forage it from an animal myself, that's basically what I would have ended up with.
Okay, well, talking about animals, Jim, talking about animals, my second point is you were supposed to go off the grid, yet you messaged me about 3 a.m. in the morning, video call, a video of you very scared saying that a sheep had barred Requiem at you. That you can't get signal when you're off the grid, Jim. And finally, Jim, I've checked your GPS data. And you didn't even go to Wales, Jim. You lied.
I didn't know. I didn't go to Wales.
No, I did go to Wales. I dipped into Wales briefly, which I think is effectively driving to Wales to stay in a hut. I don't think there's any real material difference between what I did and what I said I did, apart from the details.
But you've also both demonstrated that you couldn't do a rugged, rigorous road test if we paid you to, which technically we did. So in this case, neither of you win. I'm going to say that I win because I still have the most amount of NVIDIA integrity going. Jim,
that is a scandal.
It's not a scandal. I'm the host. I'm the guy who set the rules. So you need to post me both of those laptops now, so I can go off and have my own little adventures with them instead. And they will be rugged, believe me.
But don't let us have all the fun. Get yourself an ASUS gaming laptop of your very own, as well as the capable TUF Gaming A15 and Zephyrus G14 models that we've been enjoying. ASUS have GeForce RTX options to suit every budget and use case. VivoBooks, ZenBooks, Republic of Gamers laptops, affordable RTX 2050 models with DLSS 3, right up to RTX 4090 models with FrameGen in supported games, premium, max settings performance with blistering frame rates in a package thin enough to slide into a jiffy bag and post to Ian Higton from Eurogamer. But only an idiot would post their laptop to Ian Higton from Eurogamer, so don't do that. I'm just saying you could if you wanted to. Which you don't. Don't send your laptop to Ian, he's got quite enough.